Hello there. The weather across much of Central Europe has been pretty warm for several days now, but things are about to change as low pressure continues to move in from the Atlantic. Storm Brona brought very wet and windy weather to the UK. That's now heading up towards Scandinavia, with the next area of low pressure in the Atlantic developing. So through Saturday, that moves into western parts of the UK. We've got those strong winds for Norway and Sweden, some heavy rain too, and cooler conditions filtering in through northern parts of France into Germany as well. That warmer weather is shifting further towards the east for the likes of Moscow, right down towards Athens as well. Temperatures doing pretty well. Largely dry across the Mediterranean by Saturday. We had some heavy rain on Friday. And the weather's looking settled across much of Spain into Portugal as well. 31 degrees in Lisbon, a fine day to come here. Cooling down for northern France with the arrival of some cooler air and brisk winds once again on Saturday. And then into Sunday, still low pressure in charge across parts of England and Wales, also in towards the Netherlands as well. Still a cool wind for parts of Scandinavia, but settled further south with plenty of sunshine extending across the Mediterranean. We could see some heavy showers in the southeast of the Mediterranean, I think, later on next week. But here's the outlook then for London, Paris, Madrid and Rome. Then after the next few days of showers, things should start to dry out as we head through next week. And it will start to cool down after that warm spell of weather in Moscow. Bye for now. Hello there. Big contrast in the temperatures across North America is driving an active jet stream which will bring developing areas of low pressure. So here's the satellite image. It shows this area of low pressure. It's already been bringing some heavy rain to Iowa, Montana, Wisconsin as well. As that low pressure drifts its way further northwards across the Great Lakes into Ontario and Quebec, it'll continue to produce heavy rain, perhaps some snow on its northern edge, strong and gusty winds as well as potential for isolated tornadoes as well. We've also got an area of heavy rain, low pressure developing further south through the southern plains, so there could also be some flooding for parts of Texas and Arkansas as well. Dry for northern parts of British Columbia, but further south we've got this system moving in from the Pacific, bringing some fairly heavy rain and some snow over the higher ground too. That'll be pushing into northern parts of Washington state. Much of Oregon, California and Arizona remaining pretty warm and dry too. So here's the outlook for some of the cities in the west over the next couple of days. Quite a lot of dry, settled weather, a little bit of rain perhaps at times in Seattle over the next day or so. Now there's that area of low pressure heading up. It'll be bringing some rain, I think, to Montreal at times later on Friday. New York mostly dry and then pretty warm weather developing, particularly across parts of Georgia and also into northern Florida with some places around 10 degrees above average for the time of year. Here's the outlook then in the east and many of the major towns and cities staying dry and settled. Bye for now. Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather across Central America and South America now. And we've got a few areas of heavy rain around. You can see on the satellite image this line of cloud through southern parts of Brazil up towards Bolivia and Peru too. We've also got a series of low pressure systems that are set to be moving in towards southern Chile, down to Patagonia as well. So quite a lot of heavy rainfall and snow over the higher ground here. Further north, temperatures on the warm side across parts of Argentina and Brazil. Still some heavy downpours across parts of Venezuela and Colombia too. There's that warm weather then as we move our way gradually further eastwards into central and eastern Brazil. Lots of sunshine down towards Rio de Janeiro. Further south into Argentina, there'll be a bit of rain, I think, for Buenos Aires, but still warm, so temperatures here doing very well for the time of year. Further south, unsettled with wet and windy weather down towards Patagonia. Now in Rio de Janeiro, we keep the warm sunshine as we look over the next 5 days or so. Buenos Aires will lose those showers, but it will also turn cooler as we look ahead towards next week. Now for Mexico, some showers here and there on the heavy side in the north, but we've also got heavy downpours across the Yucatan Peninsula in towards Nicaragua, Honduras and Costa Rica as well. Some of those heavy showers into Cuba, but it does look drier for Jamaica and across the Dominican Republic as well. Here's the outlook for the next 5 days or so, perhaps 1 or 2 showers in Havana later in the week, largely dry though for Kingston. Bye-bye. Hello there. It's a quieter spell of weather in the Pacific in terms of tropical storms and typhoons, but we do have a tropical depression that's formed, the 28th of the season. It's sitting well out towards the east of the Philippines here. It's not expected to impact land, certainly over the next 4 to 5 days, but we're keeping a close eye on that storm. Meanwhile, further north, we've got dry, clear weather for Saturday across the far north of China into South Korea and central and southern parts of Japan as well. But the Mayu front, this area of rain, is going to be quite slow moving across eastern and southeastern parts of China. Later in the week, that could well edge up towards southern Japan too. Heading our way further south, plenty of heavy showers across southern Vietnam, Thailand and northern parts of Indonesia. Drier for parts of Java and Sumatra. Here's the outlook for some of the major cities across the region over the next 5 days or so. Hong Kong will see largely dry conditions, but there could be 1 or 2 showers on offer. Now, across Australia, high pressure generally keeping things dry and settled, but a few exceptions to that. Slightly cooler conditions for Perth, but much of Western Australia is looking pretty warm. We've got a cold front heading in towards Tasmania on Saturday, bringing some cooler conditions to Hobart with a few showers. And across the Tasman Sea to New Zealand, we've got low pressure across the North Island, so a few showers here on Saturday, drier for the South Island, turning cooler across New Zealand over the next 5 days or so. Plenty of sunny skies, though, to come in Perth. Bye for now. Hello there. Cyclonic storm Day has made landfall in eastern India, bringing heavy rain, some flooding problems and strong winds too to Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. You can see that storm here on the satellite image, this swirl of cloud, which is now working its way further towards the northwest of India. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, more heavy rain to come out of that storm. You can see the green colours indicating the heaviest of the downpours, not far from Nagpur. Across Madhya Pradesh, we could well see some flooding impacts. Red warnings in force from the Indian Meteorological Department. Now, looking further northwest across the region into central parts of Asia, lots of drier weather here, but some showers to come through central parts of Kazakhstan, rather cool for Astana. Hotter, though, further south into Turkmenistan. So a dry and a warm day to come for Ashgabat. Lots of sunshine too for much of Pakistan, but a few showers in the north. Heading down the west coast of India now, and we'll see a few isolated outbreaks of rain. Mali also seeing some showery rain for a time, as does Sri Lanka too, but a lot of dry weather for the south of India. Then we're back into those showers lingering across Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, up towards West Bengal as well. Here's the outlook for the next 5 days or so. Many of the major cities are looking dry. Colombo, though, will continue to see on and off outbreaks of showery rain, and we will see some heavy rain lingering in New Delhi, courtesy of that cyclonic storm, but it will clear through next week. Bye-bye. Hello there. Heavy rains in the west of Africa have caused some flooding problems, particularly across parts of Nigeria, Niger as well. You can see all the cloud that's been producing those heavy downpours. There'll be more cloud developing around the Gulf of Guinea and further heavy showers over the next week or so. We've also had some heavy rain further north in Algeria, but that's now cleared away to leave drier conditions here. So Saturday's weather across Africa, plenty of those heavy downpours for the likes of Senegal, towards Nigeria as well. Much of southern Africa is still pretty warm for the time of year, with highs in Johannesburg near 30 degrees, I think, over the next couple of days. Cape Town seeing lots of sunny and dry weather, just cooling down a touch, I think, later on next week. It's staying warm, but not perhaps quite as warm as it has been in Johannesburg. Now, the outlook in Khartoum is for plenty more blue sky and sunshine on offer. Sunny spells also lasting throughout the next 5 days or so in Kinshasa as well. Now let's head towards the Middle East, where the weather is looking pretty quiet really, as we'd expect for this time of year, largely hot and dry with hazy sunshine, but a little bit warmer in fact than we'd expect. Still those temperatures holding on into the mid-40s in 1 or 2 places. Relatively light wind, so not too much trouble in terms of any lifted dust or visibility problems. There will be a few showers cropping up around some of these Red Sea coasts for a time. In Muscat, things are set to stay dry and sunny with those temperatures in the mid-30s over the next 5 days. Bye-bye.